Right, so I want you to treat me as a pupil at a partly trained level. And we've never met before. But I've had all my previous lessons in a car exactly like this, so I'm familiar with the controls of the Fiesta. Yeah, my instructor today said we were going to look at pedestrian crossings and use signals by indicator and by arm.
Okay.
So my name's Tony, so I'll hand over to you unless you've got any questions.
No, okay.
So if you just let me know what level I'm at.
You're partly trained.
Yeah, and what's the subject?
Pedestrian crossings and use of signals by indicator and arm.
That's it, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hello, Tony. My name's Debbie.
All right.
Yeah,
How are you, Debbie?
I'm fine. How are you?
Not too bad.
That's good. That's good. So you've had a few lessons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you want to have a look at pedestrian crossings and
Well, that's
signals.
what you said we're going to look at today.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'll just find a brief out and then we can have a good chat about it. Okay, so we've got pedestrian crossings and signals. Okay, so the signals. What sort of signals do you think that there are that we could be using when we're driving?
Oh, indicators.
Indicators, yeah. So we've got the indicators to tell whether the car's moving to the left or the right.
Yeah.
We've also got other signals. We've got the brake lights. Whenever you press your brake lights signal to cars behind that you're slowing and you might stop.
Oh, right, yeah.
You've got your reverse lights. So when you select reverse, it tells people that you're going to start moving in
Oh,
the
right,
backward direction. You've got your hazard lights. When would you use your hazard lights? Do you know?
When I nip in the shop. When I park on the yellow line.
You know, hazard lights are if you break down.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Have you done your theory? Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't broken down yet.
No, but if you break down, then you can pop your hazard lights on, because if your car's stopped in a hazardous position.
Yeah, we're not going to break down.
We're not going to break down, we'll be fine. And also, the position of your car can signal to people what you're planning to do.
Oh, right.
So, for example, if we're going to go past a parked car, we don't necessarily need a signal. We can use the position of our car to let cars behind us know that we're going to go past it. Because if we signal, it might make people know that might make people think that we're turning into this road here.
Right.
And then if a car was coming out, they'd come out in front of us and we'd hit them. Okay, and similarly, pulling back in again, we wouldn't use the signal because the position would tell people where we're going. Otherwise, they might think we're parking and try and overtake us and we'll hit them.
I never thought of that. Okay,
but if we were turning right or left, we'd be popping our signal on 7 car lengths.
Oh, it has to be depth. It has to be spot on 7 car lengths.
Not always, no. Do you know? Can you think of a time when it was
No,
less
I mean,
than...
does it? Yeah, I was just trying to help you there. You made a very bold statement. We'd indicate 7 car lengths, yeah?
About 7 car lengths. Yeah, about 7 car lengths back. But can you think of a time when it wouldn't be 7 car lengths? Would it be a lot less?
I want to forget.
No. When there's a junction. So if we're taking this one, we wouldn't indicate here.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
What do I mean?
If there was two roads very close together.
That's right. Yeah. What would happen if we put the signal on?
Well, that's probably less than 7 car lengths.
Exactly. So you'd have to wait until you were just going past this road before you put your signal on, or else a car might pull out in front of you and you'd hit it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we also want to have a look at the arm signals.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay. So with the arm signals, there's 3 different types. There's the one for turning right, one for turning left, and one for slowing down and stopping. Okay, so what we would do if we were turning right, the first thing you do, you'd have both hands on the steering wheel, so you'd check your right door mirror, okay, then you'd check your mirrors as normal if you were turning right, and then you pop your signal on, okay, and then if we were going to use our arm signals, we'd then keep the left hand on the steering wheel, we'd check the right door mirror to make sure nothing's coming along before you popped your arm out, because you don't want to lose your arm. Put your arm out, palm facing forward, straight, count to 3, and you bring your arm back onto the steering wheel.
Shall I try this?
Yeah, we can try it. Should we run through them quickly? Or we'll try it now. Do you want to undo your window?
Oh, it's electric.
It is, yeah. You've got the keys. I think you have to turn the ignition on. That's it. Okay. So we'll imagine we don't want to put the indicator on now because we don't want to confuse drivers around us. Okay, so we'll imagine that we've checked the mirrors and we've popped the indicator on. Both hands are on the steering wheel at this point. So what you're going to do, you're going to look in that your right door mirror.
All right.
Okay, keep your left hand on the steering wheel and put your right hand straight out to the right.
All right.
Okay, palm forward, arm straight,
forward,
count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and back on the steering wheel.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then if we were turning left...
Oh, no, that one's there.
No, it's not actually like that. That might be on a bike, it's different for a car. You'd have both hands on the steering wheel to start with. So first thing you do, check that right door mirror. Have a look in your mirror. Yep. Okay, pop your arm out straight, keep your left hand on the wheel. Okay, now turn it forward in a big anti-clockwise circle, about the size of your steering wheel. Count to 3.
1, 2, 3.
And back on the steering wheel.
Oh, it's cold out there.
It is cold. One more go and then we're done, okay? So to slow down and stop.
Alright.
Okay, again you keep both hands on the steering wheel to start with. Check your door mirror again.
Oh, check this door mirror again for?
Yeah, so that if a car comes along it's going to take your arm with it.
Oh, right,
you end up with a badly bruised hand, so you don't want that to happen. So you check that door mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. Left hand stays on the steering wheel, right hand out.
Alright.
Palm down this time.
Oh, palm down.
Now move it in big motions up and down. That's it.
Right.
Count to 3.
And back in.
And back on and hold on to the steering wheel. Okay, so that's your arm signals. Do you want to put your window back up? Yeah. It's quite cold out there. Okay, and the times when you might use your arm signals, basically, for example, if you had a drive that you were going to turn into right before a turning, you'd choose to use it then, because it might wake people up behind you to the fact that you're not actually going up to the turning to turn, you're going to turn before
I'd
it
have an
into the
indicator
drive.
on that, wouldn't it?
You would, but then the drivers behind might just think you're going to take the turning on the right.
Oh,
and if
right,
you want to
yeah, I
turn
get
just
you,
before them,
yeah.
use your arm signal because it will
Okay.
wake them up a bit. Okay? And with pedestrian crossings, have you come across zebra crossings before?
Oh, yeah, there's a
You've
pedestrian.
recognised, yeah. How would you recognise a zebra crossing?
No, I just look at these black and white lines in the road and I tend to cross on them.
Yeah, okay. So we'd recognise them by the flashing beacons and the black and white poles.
Oh, right.
And also they've got the zigzag lines, okay? And as we approach the zebra crossing, the first thing we're going to do is check the mirror. And if there's, and then we're going to check the centre mirror, sorry. Then we're going to scan right and left out of the front window to see if there's any pedestrians standing or approaching the zebra crossing. And if there is, we're going to bring the car to a stop at the give way line. Okay? What we're not going to do is stop actually on the zebra crossing, because if we do that, a pedestrian coming along might have to walk around us and end up walking into the road, or a blind one might actually walk into us.
Oh, right.
Okay? We're not going to overtake on a zigzag line, because if you overtake, you're not going to be able to see the part. If there's a car here and you overtake, you're not going to see a pedestrian here.
Oh, right.
Okay, so we won't overtake because we won't see the pedestrian, we'll end up hitting them.
Oh, right.
Okay, we're not going to stop on the zebra crossing or park because we're going to be blocking the view. If we're parked here and there's a car here, the car here won't be able to see the pedestrian here.
Oh, right.
Okay, so they'll overtake and hit that pedestrian. And we're definitely not going to wave anyone across, because we could be waving them across in front of a car that's decided not to stop, and we can end up getting run over. Okay, and it's also worth knowing as well, if there's pedestrians on the pavement, if they put a foot in the road, we have to stop and give way to them, because pedestrians can cross anywhere they want to.
Oh, right.
Okay, so as long as they're on the pavement, that's fine, we can keep going. In the road, we have to stop and let them go. If you have a zebra crossing with a safe haven in the middle, that's classed as 2 zebra crossings, 2 separate ones, okay? So we would, once the pedestrian has got from this curb to the safe haven safely, we can then proceed over the zebra crossing. Okay? So the other type of zebra crossing, of pedestrian crossings, are the controlled ones. So you've got your pelican crossings and your puffin crossings. You've also got toucan crossings and pegasus crossings. And the difference between the puffin and the pelican is that the pelican crossing has a flashing amber light. So this was a pelican crossing. When the pedestrian is crossing, before they get to the other side, the light might turn to flashing amber. So that means you have to stop and give way here until they've completed the cross and they're safely back on the curb. If it's still flashing amber and they're safely back on the curb, you'll be able to carry on.
Oh, right.
Okay? But a puffin crossing will not turn green. It will have normal traffic light sequence, red, red and amber, green, amber, red. Okay? So that won't change from red until that pedestrian has got to the other side.
Oh, right.
Okay? Does that make sense?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. Ask me any questions.
Yeah, it will go green eventually, won't it?
It will go green,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
And when it's green, then we can continue
Oh,
on.
right.
Okay? So, again, when we approach these crossings, just like with the zebra crossing, we'll be checking the mirror first. If we see that someone is waiting there and they've pressed the button, because you can see with the puffin crossing you'll see a little red light on that yellow box telling you that they've pressed the button.
Yeah.
With the pelican crossing you'll see a white wait sign, and if we see they've pressed that, then we're going to ease off the gas and just be slow a little and be prepared to stop, because it means the lights could change at any time.
Right.
Okay, and then if the lights are red, obviously we're going to stop at the stop line and let them cross.
Right.
All right. So with staggered control crossings, if we've got this with this safe haven in the middle, it's 2 separate crossings. So once they've safely moved from this, the pedestrians safely moved from this curb to this safe haven, and the lights are green, we can then continue.
All right.
But with this, for example, on this picture here, if there's a safe haven in the middle, but there's a light on either side, like that, then it's 1 crossing.
All right.
So we have to wait for them to get from this curb to this curb, and for the lights to turn green before we can proceed.
Right.
Okay. Do you have any questions
No,
about that?
no.
Okay. Do you want to set yourself up for the
All
car?
right. Yeah.
Okay. What can you see in that middle mirror?
Oh, I can see the top and bottom of the back window. I can see a bit in my head restraint. I can see the corner of your window.
Okay. And what about the right door mirror?
I can see the door handles, and I can see the sky coming in the top and the road in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm saying that one.
Okay, that's good. Do you want to start your engine,
Alright.
and we'll go for a drive? Okay, now, you can consider a signal before we pull away. How are you going to decide whether you need that signal? Can you remember?
Anybody around?
Yep, that's right.
That's anybody.
No, so you won't... Would you put one on or not?
No.
No, that's right, okay.
Don't need an arm signal, do
Not here. We can start to use the arm signals, actually.
I? Alright.
We'll have a go at that on our next turning.
I need to put the window down, don't I?
We'll wait for our next turning. We don't know when we're going to turn first. Yeah, pop your window down, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I think we're turning here.
Oh, we're going to take the next turning to the right.
We're going to take the next turn to the right, so what are you going to check first?
Mirrors.
Yeah, and then pop the signal on.
Oh, yeah, there's 7
Yeah.
car links away.
Okay, right now. So check your right door mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, keep your left hand on the steering
All
wheel,
right.
right hand out,
All
palm
right.
forward, straight out, count to 3,
Right.
palm forward,
Oh,
count to 3,
1,
2,
2,
3, back
3.
on the wheel,
Oh,
and
right.
make that turn.
Cold out there.
It is cold, yeah. So we'll have another go at the next turning.
At the end of this road, we're going to be turning left.
Okay, so we're going to turn left at the end of the road. So which mirrors are you going to check?
Oh, yeah, another pretty good.
No mirrors, okay. When are you going to pop your signal?
Oh, about 7 car links away about now.
Okay, that's good. And then check your right door mirror.
All right.
Keep your left hand on the steering wheel. Put your right hand out.
All right.
Palm forward and big circular motion.
Oh, yeah, circular. 1, 2, 3.
Back on the
Whoa,
wheel.
it's cold.
That's it. Okay, that's very good.
If you get me to stop on the left, just past this lorry.
Okay, if you could stop on the left just past this lorry. And which are you going to pop a signal on?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
And the other signal I need to give?
Oh, yeah, put your left hand. Oh, if we just pull over, we'll have a chat about it.
Come on, tell me.
Okay. Keep your left hand on the steering
Yeah.
wheel. Look at the door mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, put your arm out.
All right.
Straight out. Now move it up and down, palm down. 2,
Oh.
3, and back on the wheel.
He's laughing at me.
He's laughing at you. Don't worry about him. Okay,
Right.
that's very
You
good.
can hear the arm signals now.
Yeah,
What do
okay.
you guys get you to pull over there?
Sorry?
What do you guys get you to pull over for?
No idea.
Sorry?
I was being a bit dense. No
Well,
idea.
you were the one who told me there was 3 arm signals.
Yes.
Okay, so if you just carry on, but the signals by indicator are still,
Yes.
yeah?
Okay. Okay, so we're going to carry on now. Are you going to need a signal? What do you think?
No, that's pedestrian. He's not even looking at me.
That's right, that's good.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right. And we're going to look out for these pedestrian crossings.
All right.
But can you see what's down the road there?
Oh yeah, I see a zebra.
That's right. How are you recognising that's a zebra crossing?
Oh, I can see the pollution beacons.
That's right, it's got the flashing amber beacons. So the first thing we're going to do...
Indicate.
Oh, I'm sorry, we should have indicated there. First thing you're going to do is check your middle mirror.
All right.
Check it for me.
All right, yeah.
Okay, then through the front window, scan right and left.
All right.
And we're looking for pedestrians approaching or standing
there's
at the zebra
nobody.
crossing. There's nobody there, so we can proceed on.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right. So what are you going to do with your signal?
Oh, I'll signal about now, aren't
That's right, yeah. That's it. How are you judging that signal?
I? Counting back about 7 car lengths.
Yeah, that's good. Why is it important to have it 7 car lengths back?
I'll give people time to react, isn't it?
That's right, that's brilliant. Okay, so you see these, oh no, they're just, sorry. So we're recognising these zebra crossings and controlled crossings. And they've got these zigzag lines on the approach to them. That's another way of recognising them.
All right.
Okay, so the important thing about these zigzag lines is we're not going to overtake on them. Because if we overtake anyone on them, the person we're overtaking is blocking our view of the zebra crossing or pedestrian crossing, so we could end up killing a pedestrian. And we're not going to... Can you see what's ahead of us, the traffic light? So that's a controlled pedestrian crossing. Controlled pedestrian crossing. So first thing we're going to do is check that middle mirror.
All right, yeah.
Check it.
All right, yeah.
And then look through the front window, scan right and left.
All right.
Anyone there? No? Okay. So we can proceed on.
What kind of crossing was that?
I didn't catch it, to be honest. We'll have a look at the next one.
Oh, is it a pelican?
It could have been a pelican or a puffin. I'm really sorry. I'm afraid I didn't
Had
catch
the old
which
style
one it was.
box?
Oh, in that case, it was a pelican.
Yeah, because I passed my theory last week.
Oh, that's good. The pelican crossing has the amber lights, the flashing amber light. Okay. And the important thing about the flashing amber light is if there's a pedestrian still on the crossing when that amber light is on, flashing, we're still stopped and letting them go.
Oh, we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left. So when are you going to put your signal on?
Oh, I bet now.
That's good, okay. And then if the pedestrian has crossed safely to the other side and the light's still flashing amber, we know we can proceed.
And turning back.
And we're going to turn left. That's good. Okay, so
Oh, that's crossing there, isn't it?
that's not a crossing. I was about to say, do you know what that's called? That's called a safe haven.
No, it wasn't very safe there because somebody ran over it.
Someone has run over it, yeah. But if there was a pedestrian standing in there, we don't have to stop for them because it's not a pedestrian crossing. But if they're standing there and they've started to walk out into the road, then we do have to stop and give way to them.
Oh, right, I can't run them over, can I?
We mustn't run them over.
Yeah.
We mustn't wave them across either. It's important we don't wave them across
Oh, right.
because they could walk out in front of you.
Even if they're my neighbours, no, no.
It doesn't matter, you must never ever wave them across because you'll wave them into the path of oncoming traffic or other traffic.
I want my neighbours think I'm being a bit rude.
Doesn't matter. Rather you're being a bit rude than risking their lives.
Fair point. Shouldn't be up, wouldn't it?
Oh,
And we're going to turn right.
and we're going to turn right. So when you're going to pop that signal
Oh,
on,
okay, no.
that's great. Pop that signal back on for me.
yeah.
You can tell that signal's on because it's making that ticking noise and it's also flashing a green light in your dashboard. So if it goes off, you'll hear the ticking noise gone and the light won't be on anymore. Okay, and it's important that we keep that signal on so that other road users know what we're doing.
Oh, right,
And
so
they
it did
can
indicate
react
an approach,
properly.
didn't it?
You did indicate on approach, but if you take that indicator off, they may think you've decided not to make that turn.
I didn't take it off, it came on.
Yeah, but even if it comes off, they may think that you've decided not to make that turn, so they won't know that you're going to turn,
Right,
so they can't react.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be looking out for these zebra crossings and these control crossings. And the way we're recognising the zebra crossings is the. Can you remember we were saying we don't need to put a signal on there to pass a parked car?
Did we say that?
Yeah, that's all coming back in again. The reason we
And
don't
we're
need
gonna turn left.
and we're going to turn left. The reason you don't need to do that is because if you pop the signal on, cars might think you're actually turning right. They might think you're turning into one of those drives. They won't realise the position of your car is enough for them to know that you're overtaking that van. And when we're pulling back in again as well, if you're indicating left, they may think you're pulling in to stop. So they may try and overtake you and you're going to pull out. Can you see, slow your speed down. Can you see pedestrian crossing?
No, I didn't see it.
No, that's okay. The way we're recognising the zebra crossing,
And we're going to turn left.
and we're going to turn left. It's by those flashing beacons and the black and white poles and the zigzag lines.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
No, that's okay. We'll catch
Yeah,
it
just
again.
going down the road. Yeah, prioritise it.
Yeah,
And I know you were talking about the signal,
yeah,
but you could have backed off with that. Just made sure I spotted the crossing.
yeah. Yeah, okay. It's important we don't speed up to the zebra crossing because you could have someone rush out to the zebra crossing.
Oh, I see them standing either side, though, wouldn't
You would, but what if a child just ran out of one of those houses
I? Oh, right, yeah.
and just ran up to the zebra crossing? They won't think to stop and look for you. Can you see far up ahead? Can you see the
Oh, I
orange
can,
flashing
yeah.
light? What
I
else
can see
you
black and white poles with a little yellow light at the top.
That's right. So what's that like to be?
That's a zebra.
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to check the mirror, middle
All right.
mirror. Look at it.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah,
it. That's
yeah.
telling us the distance and speed of vehicles behind us. We're going to scan right and left through the front window, either side of the zebra
All
crossing. Anyone there?
No,
No. So we know what can we do. We can
I can keep going, couldn't
we
I?
can keep going. That's right. Exactly.
And straight on the right.
And we're going straight on at the roundabout. Can you remember why we're checking that middle mirror first?
Oh, to see the true picture in it. The distance speed of that vehicle behind me, innit?
That's right. That's good.
And turning right.
And we're going to turn right. So what can you see as we're looking into that new road?
Oh, I see beacons. Oh, yeah, black
Yeah.
and white posts again.
That's right. So what's the first thing you're
Oi.
going to do?
You spotted that quick, didn't you?
What's the first thing you're
Oh,
going
check
to
my
do?
mirror.
Yeah, check it.
Um,
Good. And where are you going to do it? And
I'd
bring
have
the
to
car
stop.
to a stop about here. That's right. We'll bring the stop so that the lady can pass. We're not going to go until she's actually back on the curb.
that's a man.
Man, okay. Now we can proceed now. Okay. And it's important that we stop at that giveaway line because we don't want to stop over it, because if we stopped over it, that pedestrian would have had to have walked out into the road to go past us. Or if that pedestrian was blind,
And we're going to turn left.
and we're going to turn left. That's good. If that pedestrian was blind, they'd end up walking into us.
Yeah, I wasn't going to stop. I wasn't sure whether I should have stopped at all then.
If there's a pedestrian standing, waiting, or approaching the zebra crossing, then we must always stop and let them pass.
Should I put my handbrake on there?
Yes, it would be a good idea to put your handbrake on so that they know, so that we know we've stopped. Okay, and it's important that we don't stop too far short of that zebra crossing as well, because somebody might try and overtake us. They might think we've actually parked up and try and overtake us.
So I have to stop at the
At the
Say
giveaway
giveaway
line.
line.
Yeah. Okay. So can you remember why it's important that we don't stop over that giveaway
Yeah, I'm
line?
trying to figure out how I figure out these giveaway lines. And turning left.
Oh, we're going to turn left. The giveaway line is just like the reference point that you had for this merge.
Oh, I've already got a reference point for emerge, have I?
That's brilliant.
Have I?
Have you not got one? We'll pick one up at the next emerge and we can use that. That will be the same
Got that
reference
wrong.
point.
What have I always told you about never assuming?
Oh, yeah.
Ask.
Yeah, okay. So have you got a reference point for you emerging?
Oh, I have, yeah.
You have,
Yeah.
right. That will be the same reference point you can use for the giveaway line and for the controlled crossing. There's a controlled crossing here. So what's the first thing you're going to do?
I'll check the mirrors.
Good. And where are you going to look?
Either side, it's all clear.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah, it's just coming out of road again, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, you came in and you assumed there, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I've never met you before, have I?
No.
Yeah?
Okay.
Neither of us
Okay.
going to live very long if you just assume that I know things, yeah?
Yeah.
Ask.
Okay.
Ask and I probably will say, yes, I have, yeah?
Mm.
Then the problem is solved, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if you assume, then
Right. So have you got a reference point for your emerge?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to
Okay.
turn left.
And we're going to turn left. Okay, so if there was a pedestrian on the curb,
Yeah.
as we turn around here, we're not going to wave them across,
Oh,
okay? Because we could be waving them into the path of oncoming traffic. But if they had
and turning left.
and we're going to turn left,
Yeah, even if I know them.
even if you know them. But if they had a foot in the road, we'd stop and let them go.
Alright. And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right. When are you going to pop that signal?
Oh, I bet now.
That's good. How are you judging that?
I'm counting back about 6, 7, 8 car lengths, eh?
That's good. Okay, why is that important to put it on that early if you can?
To to give people around me time, isn't it?
Yeah. Time to what? React?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is it always set in stone like that? Can you remember if there's another time?
I always set it in stone with that, yeah.
If there was a road before the one that we want to take, we wouldn't pop our signal on until we were passing that road. Because if we did, there might be a car pulling out in front of us, because they might think we're turning in there, and then we could end up
Oh,
hitting
right,
them.
yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Can you remember, you're doing that well now, because your position of the car is telling everyone
Yeah, yeah.
where you're going. Can you remember why it's important that you don't put your signal on as you're going past parked cars?
Well, they could think I was turning into a driveway, couldn't they?
Exactly. And what about when you're pulling back in?
They might think I'm stopping, mightn't they?
Yeah.
They might go past me.
Exactly. What will happen then?
We'll probably hit each other, won't we?
Exactly, yeah. That's it.
And at the roundabout, we're going to be turning left.
And at the roundabout, we're going to be turning left. And how are we going to recognise these zebra crossings, or these controlled crossings?
The zebras have got the posts and beacons, haven't they?
That's right.
Yellow beacons.
So what can you see here on the left?
Oh yeah, yellow beacons.
And what's the first thing you're going to do?
Oh, check the mirrors.
And then what will you do?
Scan the crossing.
That's good. So if there was a pedestrian waiting there, where would you stop?
At the giveaway line.
That's right. Can you remember why? How would you be judging that giveaway line? Can you remember that?
You said I could use the same reference point I did for emerging.
That's right. Yeah, that's good. And why is it important that we don't stop over that giveaway line?
Oh yeah. Partially sighted people would trip over the front of the car.
That's right. Yeah. And what about falling too short of that giveaway line?
Well, if I was a couple of inches short, it wouldn't matter, would it?
A couple of inches, no.
But if I was a long way short, then they might think I'm parking, wouldn't they?
That's right. What can you see ahead of
No, I
us?
see a crossing with a pedestrian here. Right,
Yeah.
checking my mirror.
Good.
He's walking away.
So where are you going to
I'm
look?
scanning the crossing.
Good.
Nobody there.
Good. That's good. And what can you see ahead now?
Oh, I see the pollution beacons again.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
I'll check the mirrors.
Yeah.
Scan.
Yeah.
Can't see anybody there. I suppose somebody could come running up from that side road, couldn't
They could do, couldn't they?
they? Yeah.
That's right. Okay. That's it.
At the traffic lights ahead, we're going to be turning left, Debs.
Okay, at the traffic lights we're going to be turning
Oh.
left. So you tell me, if you see a pedestrian crossing, you tell me what you see.
Oh, right.
Okay. Do you
Kind
see
of an
the-
exam, isn't it? You've kind of given me a test now, eh?
Yeah, yeah. See if you can see them.
I hate tests.
Do you?
Yeah.
You tell me what you can
Oh, I
see.
can look right down the road. I can see those beacons flashing.
That's good. So what does that mean? What
Nice spot, the spot in the lighthouse, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
That tells me it's a zebra.
That's right. So you tell me what you're going to do.
I'm going to check the mirrors
Yeah.
and I'm going to scan. There's a woman with a dog,
Okay, so what are you
but I think
going
she's going to be gone there, isn't she?
She is, that's good.
So I could go now, couldn't I?
That's super, yeah, well done.
And we're going to follow the road straight.
And we're going to follow the road straight on.
And at the next roundabout, we're going to turn right.
And at the next roundabout, we're going to turn right. So looking round the roundabout, what can you see?
Oh, I can see beacons already.
Excellent, that's good.
Black and white posts.
That's right.
Oh, those zigzag lines are easy to spot as well, aren't
They are, yeah. And what are you going to do?
Wait till he gets out of the way.
Yeah, and then what?
Oh, I'm going to check my mirrors.
Yeah. and where
And
you-
scan
Excellent. What are you checking that middle mirror for?
the distance between that vehicle behind them.
Excellent, that's good.
And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left.
And if you ask me to find a safe, convenient stopping place right on the left down here.
And if you can find a safe, convenient, legal place to stop on the left.
Now I'm going to give a signal because that learner there
Yeah,
is pulling out, so it'd be handy if he or she knows that
that's
I'm
good.
pulling in, yeah?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's good. So what have you learnt then today?
I learned a lot there.
You did?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I learned an awful lot.
So how were you recognising those pedestrian crossings?
Easy, isn't it? When you look well ahead, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah, those beacons are really easy to spot, aren't they?
they are, aren't
Black
they?
and white posts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really spot the pedestrian that well, did I?
I think you did. You did see them, and you did slow down and let them go, and you stopped at the giveaway line.
Yeah.
Why is it important that we didn't go over that giveaway line?
Oh yeah, because he might have been partially sighted, mightn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
And he might have tripped over the front of the car.
That's right, exactly. And why was it important that we didn't fall too short of that giveaway line?
The car behind me got confused, and he might have just thought I was parking, and he might have overtaken me, and I saw the man crossing,
Yeah,
and he might have run him over.
exactly.
I think it's
that's
actually isn't actually illegal to stop on the crossing.
right. It is
Because
illegal.
on my theory it said I could get 3 points on my licence.
Yeah, that's right. But it's illegal to stop on the crossing as well, because if he was blind.
That's what I said, the crossing.
Yeah, but that's not the main reason. If you stop on that crossing and that man was blind, he'd walk into your car.
Yeah.
Or he'd have, if he wasn't blind, he'd have to walk round your car into the road,
All right.
and he'd be putting himself into danger. Or you'd be putting him in danger,
All right.
because he'd be in the path of moving traffic.
Okay, relax.
Okay.
That's very, very good.
Thank you.
Very, very good. Yeah,
good.
very well controlled, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, just one little blunder where you were talking about the signals going around the cars,
Yeah,
and you missed the crossing ahead.
yeah.
A great big deal. You recovered nicely from it. Put it behind you. There's nothing you can do about it, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was only the fact that you weren't looking ahead, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the rest of them were spotted really well. And because you gave me good encouragement with spotting them, you had a nice opportunity there near the end to get me to spot them, yeah?
Yeah.
And it was in enough time that if I didn't respond, you could have still talked me through them, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the hand signals were handled very well.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't worry about the little boo-boo with the stop
Slowing
one at
down.
the end, yeah?
Yeah.
I was giving you the opportunity, just getting it out of the way. Yeah, think about the arm signals. If you get the window down, they can probably be done and dusted, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I always have to kind of push you lot to let me get the window down. There seems to be a great big thing about, oh, don't drive with the window down, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably get them out of the way, especially on a cold day like today, yeah?
Mm. Mm.
That was very, very good.
Thank
I would have marked that a really good 5, yeah?
Oh, good.
It wouldn't be a 6 because you did miss that
No.
crossing, yeah?
Yeah.
But I thought the detail was certainly there.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't make the mistake of assuming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you even made reference to the brief at one stage as we're going along, yeah?
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes,
can
we
you
can't
remember
do
what I
that.
said in the brief?
Yeah, it doesn't. It goes out the window, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the bits I want to remember,
Mhm.
but it needs to be covered on the move, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, very, very good, Debs. Very good. I felt, I felt really relaxed at that. I felt, you had me well under control.
Mhm.
And the information I was getting was brilliant. The questions I was getting were brilliant. Every time I did manage to, and I am going to get errors in,
Mhm.
I'm going to play around with signals around the cars. You jumped in straight away.
Yeah.
And I even let the signal pop off, didn't I?
Yeah.
And you handled that quite well. I thought you weren't going to core comp it right down to the end there. You told me what what I'd done wrong, how to correct it by putting it back on again, and how I know it's on. I wasn't too sure you were going to tell me or ask me, did I know the importance of having the indicator running, but you did, just at the very last second, so that was fine, yeah? No, really pleased, well done.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
That was excellent.
Thank you.
I'll give that a pause.